more visibility won't create more value. It amplifies the value people can already recognize. And if they're not recognizing that, if your value isn't clear today, posting more or driving more traffic to your website or anything else like that, it's just going to leave you feeling more exhausted and more disappointed. Hello and welcome to the Art of Value Whispering podcast. I'm your host, Melitta Campbell, creator of the Value Whispering methodology, the smarter way to market your small business without loud tactics or having to try and become someone else. And that's exactly what we discuss here each week on the show. And today, I'll be exploring why brilliant business owners and experts struggle to attract clients and why it's probably not for the reason you think. Now, this is the last episode before I take a short summer break. I'll be back in September and I have some incredible guests lined up for you, as well as some exciting new things to share, including a new value whispering training specifically for leaders, which I'm really looking forward to launching, and a new AI-assisted learning version of my signature value whispering blueprint program. I'm super excited about that. It's going to really accelerate the journey for the blueprinters. And if you are curious about either of those, then please do get in touch because I would love to tell you more. But meantime, before I disappear for a few weeks, I wanted to share something that's been on my mind. Now, if you've listened to the show for a while, you will know that I'm always thinking about why is it that some incredibly capable experts build thriving businesses while others who are every bit as talented struggle to attract enough of the right clients and opportunities. And over the last few weeks, as I've been designing a brand new value whispering assessment quiz, I'm not quite sure I'm going to call it yet, which I can't wait to share with you in September, I've realized something during that process. Whenever I speak with business owners or new value whispering clients, they usually think they have one particular problem, which is true, but they're busy searching for answers and trying to solve the wrong problem. So today I wanted to dive into some of those wrong problems that people try and solve and the one real problem behind them all. So you can reflect on that over the summer and hopefully accelerate your journey to serving more of those right clients. So almost everyone who comes to me has some version of the same thing. Perhaps they're telling me that they need more clients, or their marketing just isn't working, or they've tried LinkedIn, webinars, networking, speaking, outreach, and they're still not getting the results that they want, usually more clients. Now, on the surface, those all sound like different problems, but they're really expressions of the same frustration. They're working hard, they're doing what everyone tells them they should be doing, and yet they're still wondering, what am I missing? It's such a common feeling, and it's actually quite a dangerous one because you start to feel that you're the problem, you're not good enough, and you need to find another solution out there. And I want to reassure you that if that's where you are right now, you are certainly not alone, and you're going to get some answers today. Because here's what I've realized after working with hundreds of experts over the years, is that rarely do people have a marketing problem. More often, they have a value recognition problem. And what I mean by that is the people they're trying to attract, the people they're trying to serve, the people whose attention they're trying to get, don't understand their value. They don't see the value of working with them, of choosing them for their stage, whatever you're trying to achieve, and therefore you stay invisible. Now, saying it's not a marketing problem may be quite a bold statement, particularly for someone who's known as a marketing expert. So let me dive in and explain more, because I really want more people to understand this hidden side of marketing, because very few people are talking about it. Now, most of the people I work with, and I'm assuming this is you as well, are genuinely brilliant at what they do, and they are super passionate about helping their clients to achieve some form of better future for themselves. Their clients, as a result, get fantastic results. These people are experienced, they're knowledgeable, they're thoughtful. In other words, their expertise and their ability to serve their clients isn't the issue. The challenge is that too few people recognize that value that they bring before they work with them. It's something that becomes apparent at the end. So then they talk about all of these, wow, it was great that you did this, or thank you for sharing that. I've never seen things this way, or I've just achieved this amazing result. All of those results are invisible to them before they start working with them, making that decision to work with you really difficult. It feels quite risky. So we need to solve that, because when people don't immediately understand your value, it's very easy for them to reach the wrong conclusion and work with someone else. You think, I need a better website. I need to be more consistent and post more. I need to be on Instagram instead of LinkedIn. I need some other marketing strategy. And of course, all of those things can help for sure, but only if they're built on strong foundations and a clear expression of your value. Because more visibility won't create more value. It amplifies the value people can already recognize. And if they're not recognizing that, if your value isn't clear today, posting more or driving more traffic to your website or anything else like that, it's just going to leave you feeling more exhausted and more disappointed. Reflecting on this challenge, I realized there are, in fact, 5 value gaps. And this is what my new quiz or assessment will help you to identify. So look out for news of that. If it's ready before September, I will absolutely make sure you get it in your hands, because I think it's going to be super valuable. But what's interesting about those 5 value gaps is that they're not really 5 separate problems. They're 5 different ways the same underlying issue shows up. So the first value gap is that sometimes people haven't fully recognized the unique value they bring to their clients. And if you don't recognize it, then you can't articulate it, you can't share that, and your clients certainly aren't going to understand that. And if they don't understand the value, they're not going to buy into it. The second issue is that sometimes those people who think they have a marketing problem haven't identified the people who will value your value the most. So by this, I mean your dream client, your niche, though that's a whole nother topic, as most people don't approach niching in the right way. The third gap is that sometimes they know their value, but they struggle to express it in a way that immediately connects with the right people. Or the fourth gap, sometimes they're saying the right things in one place, but not in others. And this is surprisingly common for their value to be expressed inconsistently across the business. And often we don't realize that because we've built different components of our business at different times. We've never really thought of it as a whole ecosystem or taken that step back to really see, are all the parts working together to create that clear expression of your value. And then the fifth gap is all about self-leadership, because and no matter how clear your strategy is, well, maybe you have understood your value, but if you don't trust yourself, if you're constantly second guessing every decision, comparing yourself to others, or losing confidence every time something doesn't work, it's incredibly difficult to communicate your value consistently and with that inner confidence that attracts the right people. And you won't also have the right environment and systems that support the way you best think and work, so you can consistently and confidently deliver your value through every touch point you have with your clients. So although those are 5 key value gaps, I've realized these are more like 5 windows into one bigger challenge. And that is helping the right people to truly recognize the value that you and your business represent, and seeing that as value that's going to help them get the results that they want. And this is why I get so excited when I work with clients and they turn around and tell me that finally they know what makes them different, or their marketing suddenly feels so much easier, or they just got 5 new clients without even selling, or for the first time they actually enjoy everything that they're doing in their business and feel proud of their work. Because none of those things happen because they've learned one clever marketing trick or they've experimented and found a new hack. These things happen because they started seeing their own value more clearly, believing in it, and communicating it more naturally and more consistently. And once you can see your true value, it's so much easier to help other people see it too, without any loud or pushy tactics or cajoling anyone or discounting. These people naturally see how you're the right person to serve them. You start to stand out as their ideal choice of service provider, and everything else becomes easier, more natural, and more enjoyable, and more impactful too. So, if there's one thing I'd love for you to take away from today's episode and reflect on over the summer, it's that if your business isn't growing the way you hoped, don't automatically assume you need another marketing tactic. Instead, take a step back and ask yourself, what if the real opportunity is helping people recognize your value more quickly and more easily? What would that mean for your business? What would you change and where would you start? Now, that single question might completely change where you focus your time and energy next. And if you have any questions around that, you want some support, then do reach out to me on LinkedIn through a direct message. Email me. You can go to melittacampbell.com/call to book a quick call with me. I'd love to talk to you about this and help you find where's the gap coming in your business, where can you focus your time and energy best so that you can start to attract more of the right clients and opportunities. It's a tough market out there for all businesses, so I would really love to help you get the edge. So do reach out if I can help you with that. And as I mentioned at the beginning, I'm taking a little break from this podcast during August, but I'll be back in September with new episodes and some exciting new value whispering resources, including that leadership program and assessment. And I really can't wait to share those with you. In the meantime, if you'd like something to explore over the summer and so you can continue growing, I've put together a free resource called Success Walks, and I've updated it for 2026. It's a curated collection of podcast episodes organized by theme. So whether you're thinking about working on your mindset over the summer, or client attraction, or sales, or confidence, or whatever it may be, you'll find a hand-picked set of episodes to keep you company on your summer walks. Or lazing on the beach. I was going to say swimming in the lake, but you're probably not listening to podcasts when you're out swimming. But whatever you're doing and whenever you enjoy listening, you'll have the chance to go through that curated set of episodes. And so they're like little mini learning journeys. So I think it's one of the easiest ways you can dip into exactly the conversations from this show that you might have missed that are the most relevant for where you are right now. And even if some of those episodes you've listened to before, I'd recommend listening to them again, because I find when I listen back, I take a whole new level of learning away because I'm in a different place than I was the last time. They're a little bit like fairy stories that way. So you can download that using the link in the show notes, which you can find at melittacampbell.com/podcast, or by going directly to melittacampbell.com/successwalks, and you can download it there completely free. It's my gift to you this summer. Thank you so much for listening, for your support and your messages and all those wonderful reviews you've been leaving for the show on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. I really, really appreciate having you here with me and for all your encouragement. And I hope you all have a wonderful summer, and I look forward to being back with you in September. Meantime, keep whispering your value because your work matters.